Just watch it. Watch season 1 of One Piece. You'd think 1,000+ episodes of peak fiction would sell itself, but apparently the number alone is a horror movie. It's not just the length that scares people. Let's talk about it. Today I'm breaking down why getting people to watch One Piece feels impossible, how they treat us like we're trying to recruit them into some kind of religion or something, and how there is literally zero excuses left if you actually wanted to start. Before we jump into reason number 1, if you enjoy One Piece content, anime commentary, or just watching me suffer, hit like, subscribe, and share this with one friend who keeps dodging One Piece like it's homework. Alright, let's talk excuses. First excuse, and easily the most popular. Bro, 1,000 episodes is crazy. I don't have time. You do have the time. You just don't have commitment. You finished 3 episodes of some mid-Netflix show in 2 days, but 20 episodes of One Piece is too much? Interesting. You will binge 6 hours of random YouTube, but investing in one story that might actually change your life? Suddenly, you're too busy. The art style looks childish, and all the girls look the same. Next up, the people who look at One Piece for 3 seconds and go, nah, it looks childish. You want the main character to be some aura-farming, cold, edgy badass with black clothes, dead eyes, and a tragic monologue every episode? Well, we have a dumbass. Close enough. Luffy is goofy, loud, and looks like he'd lose a fight to basic math, and somehow that bothers people more than a dude with a 10-foot sword and 0 personality. And yeah, I'll give it to you for this one. Sometimes the girls do look the same. Big eyes, long legs, copy and paste body type. That's a valid criticism, but it's still part of the art style package. You watched years of SpongeBob, but suddenly a goofy looking pirate world is where you draw the line? Be serious. The goofy style is what makes the emotional scene hurt more. You think you are safe because it looks silly, and then Oda rips your heart out. Then there's the I tried it, but the first episodes look old crowd. Yeah, the early anime looks like it aired right after Saturday morning cartoons, double intros, long recaps, and the classic 2000s tempo. But if you drop it before Arlong, you did not try One Piece. You took a sip, didn't even swallow, and said you don't like the drink. Some people make it further and pull out the smart guy excuse. The pacing is bad. Yes, Toei absolutely stretched some of those episodes. Yes, there is filler. Yes, some arcs move like they are wading through syrup. Cool. You know what else exists? One Piece. Now we get into the newer special breed. I'm just gonna wait for the remake. Some of you are literally waiting for the One Piece remake to finish, so you can maybe start watching the story that already exists right now. They are remaking a show that already fully animated, and your brain went, perfect, I'll wait for another 5 to 10 years before I even think about it. At that point, you are not waiting for better animation. You're waiting for a better version of yourself. And look, I get it. You don't like older looking anime. You want crisp, modern, shiny visuals and smoother pacing. That's literally why a modern remake is being made in the first place. You give new fans easier pacing and updated art, but if you plan to wait for the remake and then wait for the remake to finish airing, that's like refusing to read a book because the new cover art isn't done yet. Another big one, people don't want to become that One Piece fan. And honestly, I get it. Because a One Piece fan around normal people is crazy. You start talking about Luffy, world building, and the themes of freedom, and they look at you like you're trying to convert them into some type of religion or something. You're just trying to explain why Nami's backstory made you cry, and they are hearing, have you accepted the Straw Hat crew into your heart? I promise you, it's a story, not a religion. I mean, yeah, we got God Usopp and God Buggy, but that's besides the point. We are not trying to convert you into a cult. We just want you to experience peak fiction and cry over a boat with us. Let me talk about my personal experience for a second. I've had people come up to me like, yo, I think I'm finally going to start One Piece, and I light up inside. I'm ready to recommend arcs, tell them where to start, how to pace it, and then they go, relax, I'm just messing with you. I'm never watching that. Don't play with my feelings. Do you know how many times that's happened? People say, I'm going to start it, just to get a reaction out of me. They know I cared way too much. They know I'm invested. I may be slow sometimes, but I've realized half of the time they were just screwing with me. And that's the crazy part. Sometimes they actually were serious. They joke about starting, then disappear for a month, and suddenly they're like, bro, Arlong Park is crazy. So now I never know if you're trolling or if you're secretly 80 episodes deep and emotionally damaged. Here's the real reason most people don't start One Piece. It's not just the length or the artwork or the pacing, it's commitment issues. You will stay in a 3-year situationship with no title, but 50 to 100 episodes to see if you like One Piece is too much of a commitment. You're not fooling me. Now we get to my favorite dumb excuse. I don't know where to start. My brother in Christ. It's episode 1. You start at 1. It's a stupid question, but since you asked, here are some ways to make it more enjoyable and way faster. Some people are genuinely overwhelmed. Anime, manga, movie, filler, now a remake on the way. It feels like homework. So let me remove every crazy excuse you've got in under 30 seconds. Step 1, watch One Piece. It's a fan edit that cuts out filler and bloated pacing, keeps the important scenes, and saves you an insane amount of time. Step 2, put it at 1.1x or 1.25x speed. It's like 10 to 25% speed buff with no noticeable change other than, wow, this moves now. With One Piece plus a little speed boost, you are basically watching the manga with motion and music. No filler, no drag, no pacing issues, excuse. At that point, if you still won't watch, that's not a problem with One Piece, that's a you problem. Now, speaking of manga, if you're already reading One Piece or plan to start, check out my Break to Break series. There are 2 types of videos. Break to Break, detailed reviews, deep dives on the full set of chapters between breaks all at once. Break to Break quick review, fast thoughts right after a new chapter drops. Alright, that's the video. If this made you laugh, helped you win an argument with your friend, or finally convinced someone to just sit down and watch, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. Share this with one person in your life who keeps saying it's too long or I'll wait for the remake. Tell them I said, don't play with my feelings, and if One Piece still scares you after all of this, maybe you're just being a little bitch. I'll see you in the next one.